personal finance for people in fitness or people that want to go to the gym and be healthy on a budget or are smart with their finances. I made one video talking about finance and that did pretty good. People seem to have liked it. And I thought, let me make a second one. So here we are. And of course, I'm re-wearing my wonderful orange onesie because today I'm in orange. Okay. And that's it. That's the flex for the day. Okay. So there are 5 things that I'm going to mention that will maybe help you in your fitness, finance, budgeting. Okay. Because the reality is that fitness is, especially if you have goals and ambitions and you want to look a certain way, it takes resources. Okay. It takes, you need to have the wherewithal to be in a position where you can do it safely, responsibly, and with strategy. Whether your goal is to take it to the extreme or to just be healthy for your kids or for your grandkids or for your animals, whatever your goals are, it's really important to have a strategy. The first thing that you have to do, this is super important. The first thing you have to do is avoid overpaying for a gym. Okay, I see a lot of people, they pay $150 a month. Now, if you're in a position where that's nothing, because it's really not that much money, $150. However, the way I'm looking at it is from the context of, do you really need that equipment? Do you really need all of the stuff that they're going to offer you? Because the reality is that you don't, okay? And why pay more when you don't have to? It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you have a lot of money or if you have little money, you always want to be smart with it. Always, okay? This is one of the reasons even the Jewish, very successful, wealthy Jewish people still shop at the thrift store, okay? Because it's about being smart and educated with your resources, okay? Of course, you can always make more money. Of course, you want to get to a point in your life where you can just buy whatever you want and not have to think about it. However, that does not exclude the fact that you have to be smart with your decisions. It understands that there's better use of your time and your money. Because the reality is, spending your money on a gym, in my opinion, is not the best use of your money. Because you can work out at home, you can go for a walk, you can build a nice body at home, you can build a nice body in your garage, in your home gym. You don't need to go to a gym. You can build a nice body doing just labor or construction. Okay, so you don't need to pay this, whether it be $40, $50, $60, $100, $200 a month. 200 times, let's just say on average $100 times 12, that's $1,200 a year, to $1,200 and 0 cents that you're paying. Not to mention the annual fee that they're going to charge you is probably going to be another $100. So you're looking at around $1,300. Okay, that's not a lot of money. However, in the context of, once again, what you could do with that money and how that money could grow in the next 10 years if you invest it properly, is worth understanding and educating yourself. Okay, so stop overpaying for a gym membership, especially if you're in a position where you don't have the wherewithal for other important things in your life, such as food, okay, or housing. Okay, I know there's people that will pay for the gym membership, but they don't pay for their medical expenses. That is very poor decision. So that's number one. Again, this is just my advice. I'm not a financial advisor, although I was going to be one at one point. But you have to be smart, okay? I kind of made a little equation. It should be about 1% of your income of what you pay monthly. So if we do the math, I think I did the math wrong. But let's say you make $2,000 a month. 1% of that is $20 a month. So you're looking at working out at Planet Fitness. If you make $4,000 a month, 1% of that is $40. Okay? If you make $10,000 a month, 1% of that is $100. Okay, so that's a very conservative percentage that I put down, but I think it's reasonable and acceptable. If you're making $4,000 a month or $5,000 a month and you're spending $100 on your gym membership, that's a very stupid decision. So you need to be smart. Okay, number 2, stop buying supplements that you don't need. there's a lot of people now that want to sell you something because they say, oh, take this supplement to get huge 30-inch biceps or huge triceps or whatever it may be. And the reality is that you don't need half of this stuff. Okay, what you need is to get more sleep, and you need to drink more water, manage your stress, and work hard. It's really that simple. But people don't do it, of course. But that's very important. Stop buying too many supplements, especially if you are a beginner. You don't need the supplements that these people are selling you. Okay, all your fitness influencers that you follow on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Discord. Okay, they're scamming you. They are scamming you. And if you are a fool to fall for these tricks and tips to magically help you lose weight or to magically do this, you are wasting your money. Okay, so stop buying supplements. The main supplements that you should be getting are multivitamins, maybe even an immune support like NAC. I talk about it in my old videos. I should make another video talking about the power of NAC. They gave people NAC during the COVID pandemic because it is a magical, I think it's an amino acid that helps with your immune system. So that's very, it's worth getting that. If you want to grow more hair, you can get some turmeric, you can get some hair supplements. But for the most part, muscle building supplements are really not necessary unless you're trying to be a little bit more professional, like pursue professionally, kind of like what I do. And you want to get into a little bit more, super supplements. Okay, number 3, if you're building a gym, okay. So building a home gym, this is my opinion, of course. If you're going to build a home gym, I think it's smart to get your equipment from a garage sale. I don't think it's smart to get something brand new. However, if you are in a position where you can, it makes sense financially, then whatever. You're probably not even watching this video anyways. But in my opinion, the way I look at it is a gym, you're there to work and you're there to sweat. I don't understand why you're going to go spend, unless it's like a corporate or like a commercial gym, then it just doesn't make sense to go and buy full price, Like if you can get it retail or not retail, but discounted, then that's the smart way to do it. Or wholesale, because you can get better deals. But I got all my gym equipment stuff for everything under $1,000, and I have a lot of stuff, so that should tell you something. Okay, all right. Number 4, stop buying new shoes and new clothes. Okay, so if you're going to buy new shoes, new clothes, then find things discounted. I practically get everything discounted, even if I can pay full price, but why am I going to pay full price if I can just pay discounted? It doesn't make any sense. Why am I going to pay $100 on a pair of pants for me to go sweat? It makes 0 sense. Okay, this onesie was $7. Full onesie, and it's pretty warm. It keeps me warm. Okay, it's not Nike brand, but it's sustainable. Allows me to be, keep the things in place when I'm doing things, and I feel I like how it looks. Okay, I like the back too. I changed the back. Okay, but the point is, you can go to the thrift store. The thrift store has so much gym clothes. Why? Because people go to the gym and then they stop going after 6 months, and then they don't know what to do with it, so then they give it away. So you can get free stuff practically for free that are originally for sale for $50, and you can get it for $5. That's the way to shop, folks. Okay, go to the thrift store or just find things for free at the Salvation Army. Okay, that is a smart way. And if you're going to buy new shoes every single month to motivate you to go to the gym, you need to reassess what's motivating you, honey. I'm going to show you my shoes. So my shoes are Nikes. I have my leg warmers, but my shoes are Nikes. You see that hole? Okay, yeah, because I get my shoes and then I use my shoes, right? I use my shoes and I work, right? I go in there to work. I go in there for a purpose because I have a goal. I have a plan. I have a strategy. I know what I'm doing, and then I get out, okay? With your shoes, Now, if you're a shoe head, because I know there's some people that are shoe heads, they love shoes, they collect shoes, then obviously you can put yourself in a position to prioritize that financially. Maybe get an extra job, you have your own business, whatever, XYZ. But if you are just trying to, lose 5 pounds or whatever, and you use clothes and shoes to motivate you, I would just hope that you're smart with that. Okay? Because shoes are like $100. 100 times on top of that, your gym membership, $100, you're looking at about $200 a month times 12, that's $2,400 a year. Okay? If you do that for 5 years, 2,500, let's just say 2,500 times, no, let's just say 4 years. 2,500 times 4 years, that is, 100,000? No, that's 10,000, I think. 2,500 times 4, yeah, that's $10,000 in 4 years that you just spent on the gym and your fitness clothes. If you take that $10,000 and invested that money over those 4 years, total $10,000, and you invest it in about 20 years, if you invested it into the S&P 500, you invest it in 20 years, that would be worth well over, I believe it would be $500,000. Okay, because it takes about 100,000 to reach about $1 million. All right, number 5. My last one is the one I just said. If you're going to be going to the gym, okay, you can be doing better things with your time, learning new skills, acquiring new skills, developing yourself better, advancing your career, advancing yourself, reading more, learning more, whatever. Okay, but no, you're going to the gym because you want huge biceps, just like Yelena. Okay, so if you have a goal, you want to build a nice physique, and you want to pursue bodybuilding and powerlifting, kind of like what I do, then I make sure I allocate time to invest back into myself mentally, okay? Because your brain is very important, and how educated you are is very important. Now, obviously, sometimes we want to have fun, we want to do some frisky things, that's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, you have to invest in your brain and in yourself. So my rule that I wrote down is that for every 2 hours that you spend in the gym, 5% of that time should be investing back into yourself. So whether that means not going out with your friends on the weekends, or, not buying food out to eat every weekend, or, not going to many social gatherings because you're at the gym most of the time. That's your social hour, or it can be your social hour. So you're limited on time. Okay. So time, although time is a man-made thing. It's a man-made concept. I don't really believe in time. However, for the sake of the conversation, we're going to use the word time. My point in saying this is that if you're going to invest 2+ hours, or 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours per day, 5 days a week at the gym, you need to make sure you're allocating the time when you're at home to reinvest back into your brain. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And making sure that you're allocating the funds. If you can allocate the funds to go to your gym membership and go to your nutrition and go to your health and your supplements, then you need to make sure you're allocating the funds to invest your money. Okay, so if you buy the S&P 500, which is around $549 right now, if you buy one of those per month, let's just say 500 times 12, that's $7,000. You invest all of that into the S&P 500. That would be worth very much a lot. Okay, you always want to, let's just say for the sake of simplicity purposes, you invest everything into the VOO S&P 500, $100,000 worth in, like, let's just say you're around 20 or 30 right now. In about 40 or 30 years, I believe it's going to be worth about 1 to 2 million. Or no, I think it's like 10 million, one of the two. If you look up compound interest calculator. Okay, fascinating stuff. My point in saying this is that your money can be used more wisely, and you want to be smart with your money. Okay, if you're going to go to the military and go in boot camp, you want to be a Navy SEAL commander or whatever, or you want to be a drill sergeant like me, because I'm a drill sergeant. But if you want to do this stuff and go into the military, okay, no one's going to look at how fancy your shoes are, because no one cares. What they're going to look at is how smart you are, and how fast you can run, how fast you can swim, how fast you can bike, how fast you can, you know, or how well you can communicate to others, you know, how is your tactical training, you know, all of these things. Okay, the same thing, in my opinion, should be applied to the gym. Okay, you're going to the gym, you're going there to work, you're going there for a purpose, and your clothes, it's not a fashion show. Although, don't get me wrong, I like to look good, and fashion is all great and dandy, but at the end of the day, you're there to work, okay? So if you don't have the funds to buy new shoes, then at least at this point in time, you don't financially, like physically have the money to buy new shoes. You can obviously manifest it, and that's number one. But however, number two, you need to understand what are your values, okay? Even if you do go out and buy new shoes, buy new clothes, or buy new gym stuff, then maybe you want to go to a cheaper gym. But if you're going to a more expensive gym, and on top of that, you're buying expensive clothes at full price, you're not going to have any money left, okay? Unless, again, you have all the wherewithal in the world. But for the sake of the conversation, more times than not, usually people are not in that position in life, or they're just done with their money. So those are my 5 tips. The main takeaway is if you're going to go to the gym and you're going to spend a lot of time in the gym and be a gym rat, like me, then you need to make sure that you're making time. Hence, notice I said making time. You're making time to make more money and invest your money so that you are not being a slave to your gym and to your work and what have you. Okay, this is very important to understand and to apply. Okay, it's one thing to listen and to understand, and it's another thing to actually do it. Okay, so that is the video. I know that helped you. So you can tip me, or you can subscribe, or you can like, and or admire me and admire my beautiful onesie on my orange onesie today. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out wherever else I am. You can check out my information below to support me whatever way that you wish. And that's all I got for now, and I'll see you in the next video.